Hey everyone, today we're here to react to a Beachbody training. I don't have a lot of time to record this video, so let's just get into it. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button if you would like to support me. As always, please double check that you are subscribed if you think you are, and let's just put a little disclaimer in here. Okay, so let's just get straight into it. It's about 30 something minutes long, so let's just go.
It is Tuesday night, December 14th, and I am hosting a simple, easy to absorb, easy to take notes on, easy to take action on. This is going to be your most underwhelming, simple call where you leave and feel like, I got that. That's my goal for you tonight, not to overwhelm you, not to bury you in logistics and details, not to bury you in this business. I just want to give you some very simple ways for you to start thinking about the success that you are going to create for yourself in 2022. So we're all just going to start from the premise that we're going to be successful coaches, however we choose to define that tonight. We're going to be successful coaches in 2022. And I'm going to give you a few tips of how you are going to outline that and how you are going to fulfill that. I want you to think.
Okay, I mean, they always say, oh, this is very easy, very straightforward, not overwhelming at all. And then when they start talking, they just mention a bunch of overwhelming things. So we're gonna see if that's gonna happen. Also, I have no clue when this was recorded. Obviously, it's not 2022 anymore, but still valid, right? Is it? I hope so.
Think about this as simply as you're showing up at the first day of a college class. Right? So whether you went to community college, grad school, or maybe high school, whatever it is, I want you to think about walking in the lecture hall on this first day. This is us tonight. And the professor just is going to simply outline how to be successful in her class. And she's going to give you a syllabus and say, this is what you need to do to be successful in this class. You get to decide what success is like, right? Even back in college,
no, even back in college, you don't decide what success is gonna be because you need to do everything that your professor asks you to do, not even asks you what they want you to do. If you don't do what they wanted you to do, you're probably gonna fail that class. And also, there's nothing simple or not stressful about college and being back in class and all that shit. So you lost me already. If I was on this call and if she said simple and then she said this is just the same as being in college, I'd be like, okay, bye, I'm done. Fuck that, I hated college. Maybe that's just me, but yeah, I just hated college, hated school, hated studying. It was very hard to concentrate. So yeah, lady, you already lost me and we're not even 2 minutes in.
You got to decide, does that mean passing? Does that mean really working hard for a B? Does that mean acing this class? Does that mean getting noticed by the professor and, moving my way up? Okay. You get to decide what success looks like for you. Even back in college, I remember walking in the lecture hall, deciding what success was going to look like for me in that class. I get the syllabus. I know when things are due, what's due, when the exams are. I just plan ahead for it. That was harder. That was harder than Beachbody is. Taking a college class and something that I was a journalist, and so, which I loved, but taking college classes, and I took one in Civil War history, I took one in sociology, I took one in women's studies, like things that weren't up my alley. That was harder. So I walked in the lecture hall and I just was like, you know what? I know I can do this. Tell me when things are due, when I have to be at lecture, when the little breakout sessions are, when my quizzes are, when my tests are, and I will see this thing through. I know you've all done that. I know you've done things like that. Coaching's easier. And I just love starting from this place of coaching is easier. It's easier than parenting. It's easier than a relationship, marriage, partnership. It's easier than a college class. I want to talk you down from thinking that this is bigger than it is. It's fun. It takes diligence. It takes effort, but it is not hard. It's not hard. Okay, so what I want to offer you tonight, I love seeing this stuff in the chat. So if you hear something.
So it's not hard, but like almost 90% of people are failing, aka not earning any profit out of it. Doesn't that imply that there is a bigger issue with the system and with the way it works? No? It doesn't click, okay?
Something that I said, a line that I said, a phrase that you liked, I'd love it if you type it in the chat for other people to pick that up too. Okay. I'm going to switch over to speaker view just so I'm not so distracted by lots of stuff you guys got going on. And hopefully you can still all see me fine. Okay. Let me go over here. All right. So this is the deal. There's a few things that we need to do as coaches. There's not very many, to be honest. There's a few things that we do as coaches, and I want to make sure you know what those 3 super simple things we do as coaches are. I'm going to share them with you. I'm going to give you ideas for each of those categories for next year. And then I promised on the promotion of this that I was going to open this up to Q&A. All right. So I am looking for your questions tonight, especially as it relates to the content that I'm going to share. Okay. So I'll do a very quick overview of what I think you need to be thinking through for your successful 2022. Take some notes on it and then ask me some questions. So number 1, so exciting. What does success look like for you in 2022? What does success look like for you in 2022? Two ways you can look at this. 1, if you want to attach a Beachbody success, you can do that. 2, I'd like for you to make a personal success. Here's what this might look like. A Beachbody success for yourself in 2022, specific, right? It's like you're walking in the lecture hall saying, I'm turning in all my assignments on time and I'm going for a high B or an A. Okay, that's what I'm saying right now. So you're walking into your Beachbody business next year and you're saying, I'm shooting for hitting Success Club, at least helping 3 new people a month for the whole year. I want to be a Success Club all-star next year. I want to earn all of those new rewards that they just announced. If you haven't seen them yet, I will drop them in the chat.
Let's just pretend like it's all super easy and anyone can do it. But if it was, then no one would be failing and everyone would be earning profit out of this biz. No matter how many times you repeat that it's simple, that's not gonna make it simple. But I guess this is the whole process of like convincing people. Wouldn't that also make them feel very bad about themselves if they're failing and there you have their upline saying like, but it's so simple. Why are you failing then? You know, probably not in those words, but you know what I mean. It's all manipulation.
Just sent them out today, but they have some super cool stuff for prizes this year. Your goal might be, I'm going to help at least 3 people per month next year. I'm going to earn every Beachbody prize. That's my goal for 2022. You might add on to that Beachbody goal and say, I would like to advance my business or my team to a diamond rank. Or if you're diamond, I'd like to help 1 or 2 coaches on my team advance their teams to a diamond rank. Okay. You can shoot bigger than that. If I've got some people on here that want to be elite or premier or top 10, I just want you to know there's a lot of room between being a coach and being in the top 10. There's just lots of room for goals. Okay. Lots of room for goals. So I want you to think about a Beachbody goal and I want you to write that down because I'm going to start asking for them in the chat. Okay. So I need you to think about.
This really sucks. It really feels like a class. Write something down and I may call you out to read that in front of the whole class. That's another thing that I hated, absolutely hated about school.
Hi, Sam. Hi, Mariah. Hello, hello. I want you to think about your Beachbody goal. And when you have it, you can drop it in the chat. It could be Success Club every month. It could be advancing your current rank from Emerald to Diamond, from Diamond to 1 star. It could be that you want to grow the volume. For those of you maybe a little bit more advanced coaches on here, you want to grow the volume on your weaker leg to earn a higher cycle bonus. Maybe you really want to earn $250 a week. Maybe you're looking to earn $500 a week. I do not know, but you need to know.
Excuse me, who earns that much money in Beachbody? Come on, how many people earn that kind of money in Beachbody? Jesus.
So number 1, tell me what your Beachbody goal is. Well, not sure why I got muted, but okay. Maybe there's another admin on here. No big deal. Hi. So, you can have Success Club as a goal. You can have rank as a goal. You could have volume, especially on your weak leg, as a goal. You could have income as a goal. Those are all amazing. and you can write them all down. Hi, Jen Delphin, Success Club 10 for 12 months and 3-star. That's what I'm talking about. A super specific, clear goal. You know why Jen will make that happen? Because she's saying right now in December 2021, that's where she's going. So she already knows where she's going. She's not winging it. You don't wing it. You don't wing Success Club 10 for 12 months. You don't wing 3-star. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is your Beachbody goal that you're typing in the chat right now. We got to move quickly here tonight. The next goal I need you to write down is a personal goal. This one matters more. I got to be honest. This one matters more. It's the one that gives you butterflies. It's the one that gets you excited to get on a call, to do the invites, to check your coach online office, to look at your paycheck. This is the one that you get excited about. So this could—
What paycheck? What paycheck? Most of the distributors, coaches don't earn any money with this biz. What paycheck, lady?
Could be that you have this one bill. I have a pile of bills behind me. I could just grab one. You have one bill you really want to pay off, a credit card bill. Maybe you want to pay off a loan that you have. Maybe you want to set up $1,000 in a savings fund for a trip. The longer term, bigger team coaches, maybe you decide you're really looking to add $10,000 to a savings account or retirement account. Maybe you want to upgrade your vehicle. Maybe you want to renovate your bedroom. Maybe I need something personal. It's the personal thing that's going to encourage you to do the Success Club 10 every month, 3-star. It's the personal thing. You want to renovate your kitchen. You want to upgrade your appliances. You want to put down money toward college or a private school or whatever floats your boat. Right? I 100%, 1000% know that when I decided to do this dang thing, those are two things I had: a specific goal. So when I decided, by the way, my goal, because I had floated around for 2 years, not doing much, when I did decide to do something, my goal was 5-star. That was just my goal was 5-star because I knew what the 5-star bonus was. That might sound selfish, but I knew that 5-star bonus would help me upgrade my vehicle. And I knew that that would help me take my family on a trip to Hawaii. So people that know me for a long time know that once I decided to get in, I was like, oh, 5-star. I'm going to build a team and I'm going to invite other leaders, other people to become leaders with me. And I'm just going to do this. And I'm going to 5-star and I want this upgraded vehicle, not new, just up.
Funny how she didn't say, oh, I joined and I decided to be the best seller of this fucking product, but rather she said, I'm going to join and I'm going to build a big team so that I rank up, because most of the money comes from the recruitment. That's at least what I gather from what she just said. Screams of a pyramid scheme.
Graded, and I wanted a trip. So that's what I need to know from you. Okay. So if we're mapping out 2022, you have right now in the first 5 minutes of the call decided what your Beachbody goal is and what your personal goal is. You are now officially 10 steps ahead of everybody else in the network. I'm telling you, I want you to just pat yourself on the back, give yourself a little boost here. You're ahead. That's like you showing up at the lecture on the first day of college, them giving you some of the answers that are going to be on the final. And you're like, crap, I'm so glad I made it today. I'm so glad I was on time to this lecture today. I just gave you some of the answers to the final exam. What specifically is your Beachbody goal and what specifically is your personal goal? Now that you got that done, sweet. What do I need to do, right? Oh, let me mute before someone yells at their kids. Not that they're going to. There we go. I got you covered. Don't worry about it. It was so funny. I was on a call the other day with my team and I thought it was muted, but they were allowed to unmute and someone started yelling about something and I was like furious, like trying to mute it. And then I realized, no, she was just yelling at her husband that she was making him a Shakeology before work. I'm like, oh, that was like product placement. It's like a little commercial. Anyway, it was really funny. That coach might actually be on tonight. It was cute. So listen, you've decided your Beachbody goal and you've decided what your personal goal is. And I'm telling you right now, you're 10 steps ahead of everybody else. You already have some answers for the final exam next year. Pat on the back. So what do you need to do? 3 simple things. If you want this to be more complicated, I don't have more complicated for you. You have 3 simple things you need to do. You get to fill in underneath how you're going to do them. So this is what you need to do. And for those of the leaders on the line tonight, diamonds, star diamonds, multiple star diamonds, I need you to take your teams through this exact same simple exercise. Beachbody goal, personal goal, 3 things. Number 1, We only do 3 things as coaches. If you've been on my calls before, you should know these. Number 1 is you show coach life. So going into 2022, you need to just decide how you are planning to show coach life. I'm going to give you examples. What you schedule and what you plan gets done. It's not the smartest coach. It's not the coach with the biggest following necessarily. It's not the coach with the biggest weight loss. It's not the coach with the coolest anything. Car, hair, kids, cute, twins, whatever. I don't really care what your situation is. The only thing that matters in getting these things done is the coach who executes it, who puts it in their calendar and does it. That's it. You can have 300 followers, 3,000 followers, 30,000 followers. Who is going to actually do this work? So number 1, show coach life. Here's all the ways you can choose to do it. In your stories, easiest way. You talk about what you do. You show your workouts. You show your shakes. You show your meals. You talk about calls that you were just on. You talk about books that you've read. The easiest way, 2022, to show coach life, in my opinion, is obviously to use your Instagram and Facebook stories to just constantly show a day in the life. How are you getting a workout in with family coming in and out, or the dog? How are you squeezing a workout in before the ball game or after dinner? How are you blending a shake and taking it with you on the road to work? How are you prepping meals on Sunday and feeding the family better? How are you doing personal development, and how's that helping you get through the holidays or tough times in life? I need you to show coach life so people think that coach life is for them too. Okay, so you can show it on your stories. You can obviously write about it in your posts. And I don't mean complicated. I mean just simple. Hey, being a coach has helped me stay healthier. I used to, so I interviewed one of my coaches this week to help her with a post like this. I said, who were you in July? Who are you now? Okay, so a simple way to do this. Who were you before you started? Who are you now?
I honestly hate, and I don't use this word often, but I really dislike the fact that they call themselves coaches, and that's just okay. Like, no certification, no knowledge, nothing, just following blindly this Beachbody or Bodi. It's probably Bodi by now, and they're just spreading unsolicited, dangerous sometimes advice on social media and just getting away with it. It's just crazy to me, the whole concept.
When in doubt for showing coach life, go to this formula. So I just asked my coach, Amy in Seattle. I just did this post with her. I said, who were you in July? On a scale of 1 to 5, what was your energy? She said, a 2. I said, what's your energy now? She's like, 5+. How was your fitness? A 3. How is it now? 5+. Okay, so who were you then? Who are you now? You can tell that story and I'll never get bored of it. I always want to know who you were before. Maybe you were more less confident. Maybe your clothes didn't fit as well. Maybe you had more issues with body image. Maybe you weren't as good of a role model. Maybe you didn't have as good a nutrition. Maybe you fought with your food a lot. Maybe you had all kinds of things. I want to know all of it. Maybe you'd never really traveled before. Maybe you only still had high school friends or friends from growing up and you hadn't found a peer group as an adult. Maybe you'd never been to a fitness conference. Maybe you'd never consistently worked out. All the things, maybe all those things. I will never get sick of your story. I'd love for you to continue to share it. Okay, so showing coach life is in your stories, in your posts. The easy formula for your post is who were you? Who are you? Okay, showing coach life is talking to people in real life, wearing a job one tank top to the ball game, to the soccer field, to the gym, right?
No, thank you. Those tank tops are disgusting. They don't look good at all. And overall, I just find them really cringy. So no, thank you.
Taking your Shakeology cup with you. Don't underestimate just literally taking Beachbody on the road with you, taking Energize with you. I had Energize with me at the hotel gym. My daughter goes to the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, and I went down to visit a few days ago and I worked out in the hotel gym. Guess what? I looked at the lady next to me. I liked her holiday socks. She had on Santa socks. I'm like, hey, I like those holiday socks. She's like, I like your Energize. And I was like, what? She's like, oh, I see that's what's in your shaker cup. Started a conversation. Sure enough, she'd been a coach in the past. Got her information, found her on Instagram, right? Listen, I was just at a hotel gym. I commented.
Got an information, found her on Instagram, gonna try to recruit her once again, because she's already been a hand, gonna try to convince her that her upline messed up last time for them, and that's why they didn't succeed, or this and that. I'm gonna try to find a way to recruit her once again back to Beachbody.
On her socks. I had Energize with me. Right? So talking to people, carrying your shake, wearing Beachbody gear, you're your own results, right? You getting results, you looking happier, you looking more energetic, you using Shakeology, you doing the workouts, like you're your own billboard. So you can show Coach Life with your own personal body and physicality, right? So number one is show Coach Life. Why do you need to schedule that? Because if I don't schedule or know that I'm talking about Coach Life, I might just post pictures of my daughter's cat. But I don't run a business about cats. I run a business about fitness. And so I have to remind myself to show it.
It's not your business. You're just an independent contractor for Bodi or Beachbody. So yeah, it's not your business. You're not running your business.
13 years into it, it's still not 100% habit. You think it should be to remember to show my workout, show my shake. What am I reading? What podcasts am I listening to? If you look at my stories from this past week, I showed 2 podcasts. I showed a book. I showed every workout. I showed a few shakes. I talked about Zooms. I went on walks. Like I show Coach Life. Okay. Number 2, so you get to fill in all the ways you're going to do that. Keep it simple, but do it. Number 2, you're going to invite people who notice you. This is why coaching is easier than anything else you do in the world. All you have to say to people is thanks for noticing. Thank you for noticing. Would you like to do this with me?
From what I know and my own experience, that doesn't work anymore. Maybe it worked back in 2021, December or whatever, when this was recorded, but that kind of thing doesn't really work anymore on social media. Maybe here and there, but I think very, very extremely rare.
That's the easiest invite on the planet. Thanks for noticing my workout in the living room. Thanks for noticing my recent results on my new program. Thanks for noticing my favorite recipe for my lunchtime shake. Thanks for noticing my meal prepping for my family. Thanks for noticing this great personal development book I just finished. Thanks for noticing the podcast I listened to. Thanks for noticing this new 3-day cleanse I did. Thanks for noticing. Now, they can only notice if you've shown Coach Life, right? See how these connect? So easy. Thanks for noticing. Would you like to do this with me? My coaching team reads books like this. My coaching team listens to podcasts like this. My coaching team follows food plans like this. My coaching team does workouts like this. Would you like to do this with me? That's it. I know that it can be more complicated than that, but more complicated doesn't usually happen. So I like simple, direct, and clear. Thanks for noticing my workout in the living room next to the Christmas tree. So if I'm going to do this tonight, I'm about to, when I'm done with you guys, put up my story from tonight is me trying to do a workout with a 4-year-old running around me and the dogs. It wasn't great timing, but I slacked today by doing too much work and sat at my desk too long. So I got behind on my workout. So I didn't do it till the whole entire family got home. I got to pay the price. You'll see it in my video. Got a preschooler running around me. I got dogs. I got cats. It's chaos, but I still got it done. So if someone watches my workout that I haven't seen or noticed, I'm going to send her a message and say, hey, thanks for noticing my workout by my Christmas tree. As you saw, our preschooler was running around me, but I still got it done. Would you like to do this with me?
Oh my God, stop. That is so cringy. First of all, if someone's just watching your stories, it doesn't mean that they're actually watching. If you have like a professional creator account, whatever, you can see insights and you can see how many people actually forwarded in your story or whatever. And just because they're watching it doesn't mean that they're interested. And that's just so annoying.
Okay. How else are you inviting people to notice? You're inviting them to something. So at the end of the day, if you say, would you like to do this with me? What are you inviting them to? You have to invite them to some specific thing. Okay. So you're either inviting them to a fitness community that you're a part of, a bod group, hopefully, a Facebook group, maybe, but a bod group. So at the end of the day, you're saying, hey, my team, we do these workouts together. Would you like to join us? They're joining a bod group and they're getting a total solution pack to get in it. So you need to have something specific you're inviting to, a place, a community, an experience. All right. If you're inviting to coaching, you might be inviting them to watch a webinar about coaching, watch a recording about coaching, watch your video about coaching, come to a Facebook event about coaching, maybe a video that your team's already produced or one that you want to do. You can invite them to check out coaching in some kind of a coaching event. So really at the end of the day, that's what you're inviting to, either a bod group, a job one group, a body group. Maybe you're doing a 3-day refresh. Maybe you have an ongoing bod group where people track their workouts, right? You're inviting them to something. So throughout the course of my month, I'm either inviting somebody to get in, like my coaching team right now is running a job one group. I'm inviting them to join the job one group with my coaching team. Or I have a Facebook event about coaching. I'm inviting to that.
This call is way too long. Such useless basic advice, and it's way too long. She's ranting, she's repeating the same stuff over and over again, and it's, in my personal opinion, there's no value in this training so far, but we're only barely halfway there, so.
Just have a couple things to invite to. You get to fill this in next year. What are you inviting to? Okay. And then the last thing we do as coaches, we'll wrap this up, is help people who say yes. So if someone says yes to working with you, help them get results. Get them in a group, get them accountability and support. If they join as a coach, help them share their results, help them share their journey. That's the only difference. Don't overcomplicate this. If someone joins as a customer or preferred customer, help them get results. This is like the 2-sentence description of a customer, preferred customer, or coach. If someone joins as a customer, preferred customer, just help them get results, help them stay on the product. If someone joins as a coach, help them get results and share their journey with others. That's the only difference. A coach is willing to share their journey with other people and help other people. So you're showing coach life in all the ways we talked about. You're inviting people who notice you. Thanks for checking out my workout. Would you like to do this with me? Sure. What does that mean? My team has a group going on in an app. I'll hook you up with some workouts and some nutrition. You can check in with us. Or my team is hosting a webinar about coaching next Thursday. Would you like to check it out? You're inviting them to something. And lastly, for the people who say yes to working with you, help them get results. And if they're a coach, help them share those results. That's your whole entire game plan for 2022. You get to fill that in any way you want it. So let me check out some Q and A.
Oh my God. Well, how many times did she repeat the whole same thing? Also, I forgot that I didn't take off the Christmas hat off the guy. There we go. We're not in the Christmas mood anymore. Sorted. But let's hope they're gonna have some fun questions at least, because this whole training was shit. It was so boring. I don't know about you guys. Let me know down below if I forgot to comment on something, but yeah, it was just, like I said, basic and useless advice. Not that we see good and useful advice in MLM trainings usually, but anyway.
Don't get results. Yep, this is good stuff. Help people say yes. I found many people I ask about doing a 3-day ratio. People love the 3-day refresh. I just did one with a bunch of my coaches. And I helped one of my coaches hit Success Club in her first month by having her invite to the 3-day refresh. Don't overlook that one. My coach, Amanda, just signed up, and I just talked to her today. She had her husband, Yumi, Kate, Mike, Donna, Adrian, and Kit. She had like 7 people do the 3-day refresh with her in her first month as a coach. She lost 5 pounds and her husband lost 6 pounds. Don't overlook that one. It's an easy thing to invite to. Simple, direct, clear. Yes, Mariah. Simple coaching. Yeah. Samantha, I love this. Thank you for your support. Are you interested in some details about coaching with me or my next boot camp? That's so simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Yep.
I remember those days when they kept saying boot camp and stuff like that, and it's so cringy. It's like, no one's interested in your boot camp. Come on, leave people alone.
Okay. I'm just checking out all the chat. I love it. I'm looking to see if there is a question. If you have a question, you are able to unmute yourselves. So you can ask me if you have one. Or you can raise your hand. Let me go on gallery view. I love seeing people's goals. I feel so good and emotional. Oh, I love that. A vehicle upgrade, Rachel, I love it. Upgrade your kitchen, Jill, beautiful. How do I encourage coaches to fly? You fly, Michelle. You fly, Michelle. People follow someone who's flying. That's a great question. Here's my direct answer, Michelle. Be someone who's going somewhere. So love Michelle's question. How do I encourage coaches to fly? You fly. You tell them where you're going. You say, hey, my goal next year is to be a star diamond coach. I'm going to hit Success Club every month by helping 3 people. I'm going to help pay off some student loans, and I'm taking my family on vacation. Who's going with me? Yeah. Michelle, you tell them where you're going. Tell them your Beachbody goal. Like I just said, I'm going to be a star diamond coach. I'm going to help 3 people every single month. I'm going to pay off some debt, and I'm going to set up a vacation fund for us to all go to Northern Michigan.
That's an income claim. You're not allowed to say that. But also, how hard is it to fake it until you make it? I mean, sure, you can pretend and try to get people to follow you because you'll be like, I'm going to be a star coach. I'm going to be so successful. I'm going to get rich. I'm going to pay off my debt with this Beachbody, aka Body Biz. And then sure, maybe some people are going to start following you if they are not aware of what MLMs are and if they think this is a good business opportunity. But then how long can you fake it? Because almost 90% of people don't earn any money in Beachbody, so there's only so much that you can do and only so long that you can fake it for, and people are gonna start noticing that first you're not getting anywhere and they're not getting anywhere either, so people are gonna start giving up and quitting, and good for them,
right? So you tell them where you're going and they'll want to come with you. You can share it in a post, you can share it in a team call, you can have conversations with people about it. I struggle with how to keep track of everything. I tried Streak, but got lost. I hear you there. Do you have suggestions of resources to help with this? So listen, Cariel, can I be super basic? Because that's just who I am. Start with the most simple and then add layers. Start with the most simple and then add layers. So what's the most simple way to keep track of everything? Okay, well, I don't know. Start with a calendar. Right? So start with a calendar, and you can just have you can start with a paper calendar. This is my most basic time management technique. You're looking for something complicated and you're not going to get it from me. Okay. In my calendar, every single day, I draw a line down the middle of the day. I do keep appointments in my calendar on my phone, so I know when and where I'm supposed to be somewhere, but I need to see it so I can plug in the gaps. Okay, so in my calendar, draw a line down the center. On the left-hand side, it's what time my appointments are, my Zooms are, my kids' things are. I put appointments on the left and my to-do on the right. It's just magic. I don't know how people live without it. I put my work time on the left. I put my commitments here and my to-do on that side. Okay, that's the most basic. What else do I do? I don't know. I'm not great at really complicated systems. And so I type up.
You already said that 366 times during this 20-minute call. Who cares, lady? Who cares? Just move on to a question or end the fucking call. Like, no one fucking cares.
All my notes for calls, I like to keep them. So I type this up for you guys tonight. And then I just title it and I just save it in my notes. And I can just always Google my notes or like search my notes and look for things. I have a note on my computer with prospective coaches. This is how simple I am. Prospective coaches, people I've found on Instagram or that I started a conversation with on Facebook. I'll screenshot what I got going on. Look at you guys, you're looking for something more complicated, but I just don't have it. I just don't have it. Okay. So if all I do is type in prospective coaches in my notes, and you can see I'll write somebody's name. I'll screenshot a conversation I'm having with them. And those are current people that I am talking to. I don't know. What else do you have to keep track of? I check in my groups every day. I just go there. I check in my bod group every day. Cariel, if you're having trouble keeping track of everything, maybe simplify what you're doing. Keep a calendar, keep a list of prospective coaches, check in your groups. How's that for my 1, 2, 3? Mariah, is that super complicated? Does that sound good? Keep a calendar, have a list of prospective coaches, check in on your groups. Once a week, at least check your downline. See how your sponsorship drill down looks. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Lindsay, my upline is no longer active. Very common. And I get, and aren't you glad that it doesn't matter? Aren't you glad that you're the owner of your own business? Whoo! Aren't you glad?
You're not an owner of your own business. You're an independent contractor for Beachbody, aka Body. I don't know how many times I already said it during this call, but it's just bullshit, lady.
Glad that you're the leader of your own thing? People can step in and out. Guess what? It has no effect on you. You still have the keys to the.
It has effect on you because if your downline leaves, then you're losing money because you earn commissions off of their sales and recruit and incentives and stuff like that. So it does affect you if someone leaves from your team. Maybe not your upline, but it certainly affects you if your downline leaves, if someone in your downline leaves.
The office, you own the office. Yes, yes. People, if your upline is in or out or up or down, who cares? You own the keys to the office. I'll finish your question. Okay, I get in a rut feeling like I'm on my own. What? Any tips on to get this mean girl out of my head and to keep pushing? Listen, Lindsay, you own the keys to the kingdom. So you're not on your own when you invite people to do this with you. That's who you do work with. That's who you do business with, who you invite and who they invite. I remember thinking early on, and my coaches would have heard me say this, if I invite one person to the team, that's not one person, that's potentially 10 people. I'm going to help that person invite more people, right? So you want people to work with, go invite 5 people and help them invite 5 people. Now you just got 25 people to work with. I'm not going to rely on someone up there, over there to stay with me. I own the keys to my own building. So just don't give anybody else your power. Don't give your sponsor your power. I hope you have a great sponsor. I hope a lot of you do. And if you don't, you know what? You're great. You be great. On my team this year, and I see a couple of you on, of all the elite and premier coaches in my entire organization, there was like 18 of us, right? 18 elite and premier coaches on the team. If I had to say off the top of my head, 14 of the 18 do not have an active sponsor. I almost feel like it's good luck. It's awkward. I think they become more tenacious. I think they dig deeper. I think they look for valid connections that don't necessarily have to be their sponsor. It could be an upline. It could be someone that you connect with, someone that you admire. Don't ever let it hold you back. More than 75% of my team, the top coaches on my team, their sponsor might not be an A player or in it anymore, but they've decided they own the keys to their own kingdom. Okay, question from Bob. Thanks, Maria. When someone says that
they own the keys to their own kingdom, but most of them don't earn any profit from this. And I love how she just ran straight into the answer without reading the girl's question. And she is lonely. This this biz feels lonely, sure, because you're just hustling all day long. You probably don't have a lot of time to do other things with your family, with your friends, because alongside your full-time job, you're probably trying to make this hustle work. And of course, it feels lonely. You're cold messaging people. It's all superficial relationships that you're creating just so that you can have financial benefits. So I'm not surprised that a lot of people start feeling lonely, especially if their upline leaves. But again, that's just a lot of bullshit, because if your downline leaves, that does affect you. It does affect your paycheck, if you're even receiving any paycheck, which most people don't. Oh, this is just so bad. Like, it's so boring, but it's also really bad because she just says a lot of bullshit.
You want more info? I get stuck. Do I send you an email breakdown? Okay. Listen, I love the question. Thanks for sharing it. To the person who asked me, if somebody asks more info, you get stuck. I need you to think like a kindergartner. So this basic. If I post on my story a podcast that I listened to the other day with Brene Brown and Glennon Doyle, and someone says, can you tell me more about that? I don't freeze and look for a script. I just say, it's a podcast that I like. It comes out on Thursdays. Brene Brown is an author. Glennon Doyle is an author. They talked about shame and authenticity. But this is why I liked it. They make me laugh. They make me feel understood. You just speak from the heart. You don't look for a script. Someone says, I want more information. What could you say? Hey, thanks for asking. I've been using these shakes for a year. I've taken off and kept off 10 pounds. I've been doing at-home workouts for 2 years now. It's really helped me get my confidence back and reduce my anxiety. I love sharing what I do with other people. Would you like to know more about that? Hey, the package that I always recommend is $160. Can I tell you what you get for that? A year of fitness, a month of shakes, and my support. Could you keep it that simple? If someone says, I want more information, share your story. I'd love to give you more information. Me, if I answered this question, I started Shakeology more than a decade ago. It immediately increased my energy. I feed it to my whole family. One, because I don't like to cook, and two, it's good for people. I love at-home workouts. They're super convenient. I do them barefoot in my living room. It's helped me stay in great shape through kids, pregnancies, moves, jobs, all the things. Would you like to try what I use? I always recommend one package. It's $160. You're going to get a year of workouts, a month of shakes, and my support for free. That's it. I hope that helped that person. Simple freaking coaching. Yay! Okay. When you get the response to invite, what is the cost? How do you answer that? Well, first of all, and I'll bring this down to one last question so we finish.
Oh my god, I'm scared what she's gonna say to this one. Isn't it shady? Like, they know, these people know that it's too expensive, so they're asking this lady, this upline of theirs. What do I tell them when they ask me for a price?
On time here. First of all, you want to share this price. Let me just talk about this for a second. You want to blow their mind with this price. If you believe that this price is mind-blowing, because I believe it's mind-blowing. I keep thinking Beachbody is going to figure out they got it wrong, and I feel like they're going to jack it up. Because understand what we're giving people. A year of a fitness subscription. A year of an online gym. A year of workouts for $99. Most gyms are $50 to $99 a month. You're going to give them a year of an online gym for $99. It's going to include a month of breakfast or a month of lunch. What? I get a month of a meal and a year of workouts and your support for free? For $160 or $140, usually $160, right? You guys, it's nuts.
That's a shit ton of money, especially nowadays with the inflation. And also, you're not getting an online gym. You're getting a bunch of overly complicated exercises where you can hurt yourself in 1,000 different ways within 1 minute. You're not getting an online gym. A gym is where you have weights and you can weight lift and you have a treadmill. You're not getting anything for $140 or $160 that you pay to Beachbody. And that's not all that you get. You have to keep spending money on Shakeology. You probably over time gonna buy their equipment, so because you can't follow some of the programs without the equipment that they use. So it's not even just $140 or $160 a year. It's a lot more than that. But of course, they're just twisting everything to make it sound better and cheaper than it is.
I do sometimes feel like the price is what we make it out to be. I think Beachbody could say it's $300. Now, they're not going to do that. Don't panic. They're not going to do that, but it's definitely worth more than $160. They're taking a massive hit on the front end to get people started. We all realize that, right? It's like it's just like a bundle. It's a basket. It's getting us to try all the things. It's a steal. They are taking a massive hit on the front end to give us a low price of $160 to get people started. So you've got to 100% get around the price and say it's a year of fitness, a month of shakes to try. You're going to love them. And if you don't, cancel. A year of workouts, a month of your breakfast already taken care of, and my support for free. Listen, practice saying it with like attitude, with conviction. Google average gym prices in your state if you're confused. Look up the price of a yogurt and a bagel at Starbucks and just be like, wait a second, I'm giving people a whole entire month of breakfast, an entire year of fitness, and my support. And it's only $160. A massage is $100. Getting my nails done is $50. This is it's such a deal if you decide it's such a deal. Okay, this is so fun. I once had a friend buy a bottle of perfume for $160. I hope that was absolute like rare roses, personally stomped on by a princess. That's insane. All right, listen, we covered a lot. I said I'd keep it to 30 minutes. We are there. I hope you had a good time tonight. I hope you know your Beachbody goal for next year, your personal goal for next year. You're 10 steps ahead of everybody else. It's on the final exam and you already know it. Show coach life, invite those who notice you, help those who say yes, overcome price objections so easily. When someone asks you for more information, start with your own story, then give them a very simple answer. Mwah! You're welcome. Thank you so much for being here tonight. That was
36 minutes for something that she could have said in literally 10 seconds. This is insane. Their trainings are terrible. They're so long. They're so boring. But I tried to not cut anything out. So I hope you weren't too bored. But I mean, she did say a few things that were terrible and infuriating. And also, like I said, doing Beachbody is not nearly the same as going to an actual gym or hiring an actual personal trainer or a dietitian. And also 160 or 140 is a shit ton of money nowadays. Okay, this was just before the inflation, but I'm sure she would be saying the same stuff even now with the inflation and everything. So just a bunch of bullshit as per usual. Let me know down below what you thought about this. Let me know down below if I missed to comment on something. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far through this fucking torture. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button if you'd like to support me, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.